the long and winding road that leads me to my hobbit hole will never have a hope. I have creepsurance, so do the right thing. Get secure today.
Hello, miners and crafters. Welcome to another episode on the BrokeRock server. Guess what? I'm feeling better. I'm starting things off right here at the shop that I built in the last episode. So far, we haven't really had much luck. We've had one customer, FizzCannon. Whoops, what's going on here? Is it? Here we go. Still just him, but it's okay because today we're going to be working on the slime farm. And I'm going to try to undercut Jomica. Okay, so this is what we have dug out so far. You can see we are correct in assuming that these are slime chunks. That is proof. And this is actually a quad. So this is not just one slime chunk. This is 4 slime chunks. So we're going to be building quite a lot. It's hard enough to dig out one slime chunk. So now I got to get to work on digging the rest out, but at least it works. And I think this is going to be a very, very unique design. I haven't seen a slime farm like this, as far as I'm aware, anywhere. So this is an original design by me. But the thing is, I've never built it in survival, of course. If this turns out well, I might consider doing a tutorial. But anyway, time to get to work digging this out. This is a very difficult time lapse for me to talk through because, as you probably already know, I tend to make my videos on the more humorous side, and I generally try to keep it light, but of course circumstances have forced my hand. You might have noticed that even though my foot is feeling much better, I still haven't been posting as much content as usual, and the reason is because I work at a grocery store, and the experience of having to work during the coronavirus crisis has not only been time-consuming, but also stressful beyond anything that I've ever seen. The COVID-19 fueled panic buying has left me drained of energy, creativity, and of course, time. Over the past few weeks, I've seen families so desperate to stock up on essential supplies that they resort to buying things they normally can't afford, and it's especially hard for someone like me to constantly have to tell people that we don't have enough food for them in their time of need. This is a very difficult time for everyone, and my thoughts go out to anyone suffering from the virus. California, the state that I live in, has issued a statewide shelter in place, meaning that everyone must practice social distancing and only has essential businesses open. Luckily, though, I am one of the few people working in a business that is unlikely to close, but my thoughts also go out to anyone who has been laid off from work, and to any children that have been taken away from school. I hope that I can bring some happiness with my content to anyone who has been or will be isolated for the remainder of the crisis. I also want to take the time to thank Mojang because in times like these, one of the most valuable resources is morale. And Minecraft has always been one of those games that makes you forget that the person you're playing with could be around the world, because it brings us together to do amazing things. Them releasing Nether update snapshots and betas during this crisis will go a long way to bring a smile on the face of millions of people who desperately need to. So far, I'm really liking the new features, especially the netherite, and I really like the new strider mobs. They look a bit odd, that's for sure, but they are much better than the nether boats everyone wanted, and I love how now we can set our spawn in the nether. It's important during this period to stay alert but not panicked. I know many of you might be upset that certain events got cancelled, such as Minecraft Festival, E3, or Comic-Con, but at the end of the day, it's for the best. I would encourage anyone who has any non-essential gatherings to please consider postponing for the safety of yourselves and others. I also wanted to thank anyone who has worked hard these past few weeks to maintain order in these times. Doctors, nurses, epidemiologists, supermarket employees are all heroes that have saved lives, kept us fed, and kept us informed. I truly wish that I didn't have to make a video like this, but I cannot pretend like there is nothing wrong. For someone who has a small but loyal set of followers, it would be immoral for me to waste the time that you have given me by clicking on this video by ignoring the problem. I feel like someone like me has a responsibility to keep people informed, or at least to help keep spirits up. Meanwhile, there has been talk within BrokeRockers of organizing a live stream for charity to help those in need, so we will make sure to keep you posted about the details of that. Make sure to stay informed, and even more important, make sure that any information you study is from reputable sources, such as the CDC or experts in the field. There is a lot of misinformation being spread about the crisis, which can cost lives, so be wise about what sources the information is coming from. And one last thing to say before I resume the episode is a reminder to please wash your hands frequently, stay home if you are sick, sanitize frequently touched surfaces such as keyboards, console controllers, TV remotes, touchscreens for us gamers, and together we can defeat this enemy. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of digging, but we are down to the first spawning platform. I know you don't see any slimes right now, but they are there, trust me. I've gathered a lot of slime, but most of what I've been doing has been coming up with some smooth stone, because that's what I think would be a good idea to build the spawning platforms with. I haven't really gotten word from JuddSamurai. I messaged him about what he thinks about using that. He hasn't gotten back to me, but I'm only going to build one spawning platform right now. I need 16 stacks, which means all the way up to here, just for one platform. But here's how I'm doing it. Of course, I got all my cobblestone up here. That's going into the furnace down below. That's being smelted and then being picked up with a hopper down to a second furnace. The stone turns into smooth stone, and here we have that. I've been waiting for a long time, a few hours actually, and this is how I'm getting the fuel. I have smokers. Oh, I better fill them. And those are all leading into a chest, and that's my fuel. The fuel has been, of course, fueling the smokers and that. And I've just been sitting here AFK for the longest time doing that, gathering more kelp, killing all the drowned, planting more kelp. So this has taken me a long, long time. But let's have a look at what that might look like. Oh, and I'm wearing wings now. Okay, I'm trying to dig out the first spawning platform so I can replace it with smooth stone. And these slimes are really annoying me. They're getting in the way, and they've almost killed me a few times. But I actually realized that JuddSamurai has... what did I say? JuddSamurai has put in some rails, and I remembered that I actually have to put rails in before we put the first spawning platform. So that's what we're going to do next after we take this out. So looks like we're not going to be able to see what the spawning platform looks like in this episode quite yet, but I might have the hopper minecart system ready to go by the end. Okay, so some progress has been made, but looks like I'm not going to be able to show you the spawning platform in this episode, but I am showing you the rails. It's been very hard gathering all the resources to build all this. Need a lot of redstone, a lot of iron. Thankfully, though, there is a cave underneath here. It's actually been very easy to get the stuff, but I still need a lot more resource gathering to do. I'm doing this slowly. I'm not just gathering it all at once and then going back and building it. I'm going a little bit at a time and then going back and forth. The reason I like to do it that way is just because, well, I mean, I know it's not more efficient, but I just kind of felt like doing it that way. Anyway, though, since that is all the time that I have for today, that's going to have to do it for this episode. I know it's a little bit short. As I said, I've been busy. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and don't forget to hit that bell.